Joe True, and welcome to my Let's Play of Star Trek Online on the PS4. I'm the Big B82, and this is part 91 of my Romulan Republic Federation Aligned Tactical Officer, about to undertake the next mission in the Future Proof story arc, where we're going to do the mission Time and Tide, where we're going to go forward to the 27th century to witness a great historical event in what would be the signing of the Temporal Accord. We're here in the Delta Quadrant, which is the mission where we're going to pick it up here in the Kiana system, where we basically led a war against the Iconians from here. Anyway, let's howl for the mission, and then let's get the show on the road.
We've been contacted by the Federation from the 29th century. Their Temporal Integrity Commission is charged with protecting the timeline from factions who might want to change history. Considering our recent experiences, we feel the need to better understand the rules of time travel. However, it's important we don't know too much about the future, so we've decided to designate one representative to learn what we need to know. Given your record, you were the logical choice. You're to rendezvous with the USS Postok. Her captain will give you a more thorough briefing upon arrival.
Okay, so it's accept.
Greetings.
Let's begin the mission, Time and Tide. Okay. I thought it was going straight to the cutscene. Obviously, decided not to do that, but yeah. What can we do?
Please report to the USS Postok.
Right, USS Postok. We've been on this ship before. Should see Captain Walker again. Hello, Captain.
It's a pleasure to see you again. I'm glad you were selected as your time's representative. I can't imagine a better selection. Of course, I already knew you were going to be chosen, but that doesn't change my appreciation. Your recent experiences with time travel have begun a new phase of development, and a perilous one at that. Understanding the rules of time travel is of vital importance.
Tell me about the Temporal Prime Directive.
Starfleet personnel are strictly forbidden from directly interfering with historical events, and are required to maintain the timeline when possible. We're also restricted from revealing too much about the future. These principles have served Starfleet well. Now that the time travel genie is out of the bottle, it will be hard to get it back in. The tech will spread through the galaxy, and species after species will learn the secrets of time.
I've seen that firsthand, several times. Today, you'll be going to the signing of the Temporal Accords. It's an honour you've earned as an agent, and I think it's important that you see for yourself what the work the Alliance will lead to, and how important it is to the future civilizations. Thank you. It's an honour.
Are you ready to visit the future?
Let's go. The 29th century. Dodgers in the 29.5th century.
Welcome to New Kittimer.
2769. That's actually the 28th century. No one told them that. Okay.
Here we are. Since you're from the past, I'll be your chaperone during the event, hopefully protecting you from any temporal incidents. Purely procedural, of course. You've already demonstrated your ability to remain silent about things you aren't supposed to know.
Acknowledged.
Welcome, gentle being, to the signing of the Temporal Accords. Your biosigns aren't listed on our register today. I'll need to... Wait. I know you. I wrote a paper about you in classical history class at the Academy. I must say, you look much younger than your holo images. Wait, what year did you come from?
2410.
Oh, that explains why you look so young. Well, you sure have an eventful future ahead of you. Forget I said that. I'm not supposed to say things like that. To be honest, I'm still getting used to the new temporal regulations. They can be a little confusing. Anyway, the TIC crews are scrubbing the hall for anything that might cause a paradox if visitors from the past, like yourself, encounter them. It will be just a few moments.
Very well.
Perhaps you would like to chat with some of our other guests here in the lobby. I believe they have all been cleared for trans-temporal interactions. I'm sure you'll have plenty to talk about.
Indeed, thank you. Let's just go and speak with our temporal agent, which is Sub-Commander Kali.
Romulan True, I am Sub-Commander K. Is there something Romulan Temporal Defense can help you with today?
What is your Romulan Temporal Defense?
We've established this department in order to preserve the events that formed the Romulan Republic. There are many points in the past that some Romulans want to change, the destruction of Romulus and Remus being just one of them. Of course, changing these events could erase everything we have earned. We would be reduced to being ruthless spies, still ruled by the Tal Shiar. We in Temporal Defense can advise you in any matter dealing with time travel.
Why are you here?
The same reason as you, I suspect. We're here to witness the signing of the Temporal Accords. Most temporal agents watch holo recordings of the event, but the three of us were given special dispensation to come and view the Accords personally. An honor accorded to those who graduate with top honors, you see.
That's all for now. We've never actually met him, so the whole... Let's speak with the protester.
The Nakul are here to protest the signing of these unlawful, biased accords.
Why?
The Tholians ravaged our homeworld thanks to the Federation's ineptitude. In one dark moment, my people were scattered throughout the stars. All we were, our history, our way of life, was nearly lost. And when we needed the Federation the most, we were denied. Terrorists, they called us. Criminals, the dregs of the galaxy. These words, these deeds will never be forgotten or forgiven.
I'm not sure what the tragedy of the past has to do with today's events.
Today, the Federation and their lackeys come to tell the galaxy which timeline is best and what they'll do to keep it that way. But who are they to dictate such terms? To tell us that their history is more important than ours?
I've had a question and one worthy of debate.
Attention all guests. The main hall is now open. Please make your way to your seats.
Anyway. Chill, woman. Right, here is. We've got 7 observers and the Master of Ceremony, so we'll go from right to left. So let's speak with the Romulan observer. So this is a person from our people.
Romulan True, you are from the past, from before the time the Romulans joined the Federation, I'll wager. How strange all of this must be for you. The entire galaxy unites in preserving the timeline. This is truly a momentous day for all.
Indeed it is. Oh, she could be my daughter. Million observer.
I am honored by the Founders, and pleased to observe this most historic event. Although the Dominion was not greatly affected by the development of time travel, we have an interest in safeguarding the time stream.
That's good to hear. The fairy?
What the Accords promise to safeguard the time stream for us all. I can't help but ponder the opportunities for temporal abuse that will remain after they are signed. I fear great imbalance could occur, despite the very good intentions of all the signatories involved.
Enforce your calls properly and that would not be a problem. Breen?
Time travelers are cowards, Michael. The Breen conspiracy that has completed at present, rather than the memory of the past. The tree was induced.
Well, you tell that to the Breen commander, I thought. But I agree. I like your approach. Fodian.
The Tholian Assembly has decided to support the Accords. We are concerned that a rogue individual or species could disrupt our development. The Accords do not go far enough. We want to end all time travel for any reason. We will continue to lobby for change aggressively. Should the Union fail to preserve the timeline, the Assembly will succeed by any means necessary. That is all.
Voting diplomacy at its finest. Cindy?
The Sindhi are no strangers to temporal affairs. The tragic conflict with Earth in the 22nd century and our manipulation by the Sphere Builders are matters of deep shame for us all. We support the Accords with the hope that they will prevent such tragedies from this day forth.
In case you're wondering, yes, he was supposed to be, I believe he was supposed to be an insectoid or a reptilian. Probably but they did it wrong anyway. Oh, where have we got? But yeah, Cindy, still in the 29th century, still bleating on about what you did in the 22nd century. God, I had enough of that on the pissing Dyson spear. You guys going, oh, we were there. Oh, get over it.
I must say, I am privileged to witness this historic event. Truly, it is a singular honor. I'm humbled, as I'm sure you are as well.
Indeed, we're seeing history in the making today. The Nakul representative?
The Nakul are not here to sign these accords. We have already been victims of time-traveling aliens. But somehow this incursion into the timeline has been overlooked. Perhaps because of its importance to the founding of the Galactic Union. We proposed an amendment to restore our home world in the timeline, but it was rejected. Therefore we are here, with all eyes of the galaxy upon us, to point out the hypocrisy and unlawfulness of these accords.
I see. You're an idiot. Alright, who we got here? So we got Ferengi and Orion.
I am reminded of a quote from ancient Earth. And when Alexander saw the breadth of his domain, he wept, for there were no more worlds to conquer.
Ah, interesting perspective. Kari?
Greetings. Pardon me for saying so, but you look very familiar. Have we met before? Wait, I remember you from my history studies. You saved our homeworld. There's a statue in your honor in the capital city on Lucari Prime. Oh, wait. That's already happened for you, right? Oh, good. Woo. Just my luck to cause a paradox here, today. Can you imagine?
That would be a little awkward, yes. Lucari, they're a cute little species. Ferengi.
These accords are going to provide quite the opportunity for historical studies of economic matters. I hear the Grand Nagus is going to formally announce several new temporal rules of acquisition soon. I hope at least one of them covers going back in time to beat someone to a deal.
Hopefully in a way that prevents such activities. Federation.
Your uniform. 25th century, correct? You're definitely a visitor from the past, and an honored one at that. Welcome to the 28th century. I hope you'll enjoy seeing what your work and sacrifice has wrought.
Thank you for the honor. Yeah, so it is the 28th century, not 29th century. Alright, cooperative.
The Borg have a checkered past when it comes to time travel. particularly where the Federation is concerned. Thankfully, we've had the chance to make amends. The Cooperative is proud to be a part of today's proceedings.
As am I. It's quite an honour. The Cooperatives around and the Cabali.
The Cabali are quite thankful to see the Accords go into effect. Many who disagree with our customs could be tempted to return to a point in time where those customs could be disrupted permanently.
Indeed. Right, let's go and speak with the Master of Ceremonies. I think he's Talaxian.
Well, one of our very special guests. It is so nice to meet you. I am Wixit, your humble Master of Ceremonies for this historic event. Quite an honor, wouldn't you say? So exciting. The ceremony is about to begin, so you should find your seat. But I'd love to chat with you after the signing.
I'm looking forward to it.
Delegates and honored guests, your attention please. The signing ceremony is about to begin. Please take your seats.
Representatives from dozens of species have gathered to witness this historic event. It looks like they are getting ready to begin the formal signing. Of course, this is largely ceremonial. The negotiation. Wait, there is some kind of disturbance.
This oppression will not stand. The time stream shall be free. We will liberate the galaxy from the tyranny of the Temporal Accords. We shall wipe the stain of the Federation from history.
Quick, get the delegates to safety. The Krenim are taking the delegates hostage.
Pence?
The Krenim have grabbed the delegates and are holding them hostage in some nearby offices. This is damn peculiar. We're facing a major temporal flux here. The hostiles have neutralized embassy security, but it looks like they weren't expecting us to be here. It's up to us to rescue the delegates.
Acknowledged. I've got some shooting to do.
Watch out! More Krenim beaming in! More Krenim! Neutralize them as quickly as possible. We need to save those delegates.
Can anybody hear us? The Krenim are holding us hostage in the embassy offices. Please, anyone, help!
Okay. Go from left
The
to
Krenim
right.
are holding us hostage, requesting immediate assistance.
Hang on, we're on our way.
Bloody Krenim. Bloody Noi.
And you won't be harmed. Resist, and your safety cannot be guaranteed.
I thought my life path was at an end. My thanks for proving me wrong.
You're welcome. Bloody Noi. That little 2-bit fucking prick. I'm gonna go and shove a disruptor up his ass and then set it to fucking kill.
It was a good day to die for the Krenim.
Well said, Ambassador. Hopla. Don't you disappear through a fucking wall. I already had one playthrough where some arsehole's gone through a fucking wall.
saved my world. And now you saved me. I'm beginning to like you.
Feelings mutual, Ambassador. Stay safe. Dominion.
I shall live to serve the Founders another day. My thanks to you, of course.
You're welcome.
This wasn't supposed to happen. History says the Accords were signed and there was no mention of an attack.
We should return to our ships and see if we can help out with the defense efforts. Okay.
Those look like Krenim ships.
And they're attacking in force. We've got to stop them before they disrupt the timeline any further.
This conference will not continue. I won't allow it. All ships fire at will. Leave no survivor. I recognize that ship.
Here's the RRW Trevor.
Oh no, not this time. This time you will not prevail. Taste the bitter dregs of failure.
From you?
The Nakul have used the Krenim attack as a cover to attack the temporal sensor array. All our forces are tied up fighting the Krenim. We can't afford to lose that array. It monitors the time stream for incursions. If it were damaged, people could travel into the past without being detected. Curious. The Krenim and Nakul vessels have started fighting each other in the confusion. Let's make the most of that, shall we?
Understood. Helm setting in the set course. Unfortunately, this ship doesn't have a cloak on it.
Got the Krenim on the run over here. Stay focused on the array. return of ships. Engaging Anoraks now. The more the merrier.
Okay, let's go and get the Anoraks. Yes, he helped us against the Iconians.
I thought as much. Something must have disturbed the timeline. I'm afraid you will need to return to your own time to investigate. I'll accompany you, but I can't interact with anybody from your time. I'll open a portal when you're ready. Are you ready now?
We're ready, Captain. Engage. Even though you actually said none of that was on the screen though. Bloody Noi. Annoying little pissant.
You are cleared for docking.
Welcome back to Kiana. We hadn't expected to see you again so soon. To what do we owe the pleasure?
I have some questions for Noi.
Noi? Well, he's been working on some secret project of late. To be honest, he's been more than a little hostile. And that's saying something for Noi. I was about to check in with him. If you would like to accompany me.
Lead on, Supervisor.
Oh, it's you. I thought I'd seen the last of you after you flew off to your great victory over the Iconians. Well, what do you want? I'm very busy.
What are you working on?
Come now, you can read, can't you? Access my latest report to command if you want to know what I'm working on. Feel free to waste the time of the charming bureaucrat standing next to you, but I'll thank you to stop wasting mine. Now, if this interrogation is over, I've more important matters to attend to. Good day.
Charming as always. It's one of your better qualities.
Like I said, more than a little hostile. He's been like this for some time now, and no one's sure why.
We have reasons to believe he may be plotting treason. Would it be possible to see what he's working on?
Treason? Noi? I mean, sure, he's been difficult to work with, but... Oh, I hope you're wrong. Noi has top-level access to everything we're working on here. I don't need to tell you how much damage that could do in the wrong hands. Let me call up his files.
Thank you, Supervisor.
He was working on the Anoraks. Wait a minute. It looks like he was accessing the launch protocols and docking clamps.
Huh.
Ah, I see you found my farewell gift, Tralla. I'm so glad. As for you, I'm taking command of the Anoraks now. I can see that bothers you greatly. So will the numerous bombs I've left behind.
You jackass.
Stole the Anoraks? I can't believe it. How could he do such a thing? What drove him to betray us like this?
Maybe there's a clue in his personal logs.
There's only one way to find out. Computer, bring up the research notes and personal logs of researcher Noi. Authorization Trala 23, Victor 6 Sigma.
Thank you, Supervisor.
Please input your selection below.
Access log CJY043.
Personal log supplemental. We had some visitors from the Alliance today. Noi was rather rude to them, but I managed to smooth things over. This time. Still, he has good reason to be stressed. The war isn't going well, and there's a lot of pressure on him right now. He could be a bit more agreeable, however. Perhaps a peace offering. Those Terran snack cakes he's so fond of with the... what is the word? Nougat. I tried to tell him about the baby again last night, but he was so stressed out. I just couldn't add to his burden. Hopefully things will calm down a bit soon and I can tell him. On a positive note, my work is progressing quite well. I believe these logs should now be shielded from any kind of temporal incursion.
Please input your selection below.
Access log NDZ078.
Personal log supplemental. My review of the time capsule files is complete. What I have learned has shocked me to the very core of my being. I had a wife, and she was pregnant. My wife and unborn child were murdered by the Federation and their allies. They devastated my people, murdered my family, and erased an entire species from time and space. I cannot let this stand. This I vow. I shall not rest until I have restored my family or avenged their deaths. Time itself shall be the instrument of my vengeance.
You didn't read the logs properly then.
Please input your selection below.
Access log NDZ178. 187.
Personal log supplemental. At last, I have found them. The Tutarians. Or rather, what they have become. Some of them managed to escape the treachery of the Federation, finding sanctuary in a trans-dimensional void. They are powerful. So powerful that some primitive species worship them like gods. And yet, they are trapped in their realm, no longer able to exist within prime space. But I can help them. I can release them from Duran's vial. With these builders at my side, I shall have my vengeance for Clouda.
Please input your... Now.
What the... We're under attack!
Noi has returned, and he's made a number of potent modifications to his ship. We could use some help up here with him and his allies.
Right, let's get down up there. Noi, you annoying little prick. I'm gonna swat you like a fly. Pillock.
been waiting for this for a long time. At last, I take the first fateful steps upon my path of vengeance.
Oh, but I just saw you. No, don't say that. Sound like an idiot. We know what he's happening. He's a time traveller. That will be the last of you if you're not careful. Stand down.
As always, your thinking is so limited. For you, it has been moments, but for me, it has been years. Years of planning, building, all to return to this moment in time, to end you.
That doesn't have to happen, Noi.
Oh, but it does, believe me. You took them. My wife, my unborn child. Time was your weapon then, and it is mine now. With it, I will eradicate your wretched alliance, just as you wiped the Tutarians from history. But first things first. It's time for you to die.
You're better than this, Noi. Stand down.
This is Walker. We've got our hands full with Noi over here, but we'll keep him busy while you defend the station. We could use a hand once it's secure, though. Anorax packs quite a punch.
Acknowledge, press duck. Acknowledged. Okay, fuckwad. It's time to die. All your modifications and you still can't do dick to me. Admiral, we're being pulled into the time stream with the Anorax. We can't let her escape. Target our engineering section and disable the main drive. So I've locked in the heading, trying to change direction while in the temporal transit could be disastrous. He disrupted our warp field and made his escape into the chaos.
Damn. A rogue agent out there with a ship like the Anorax is a real big problem. One step at a time. Let's get you back to the 25th century once you're ready for the trip.
Right, that's not what he said. But anyway, damn, a rogue agent out there with a ship with like the Anorax is a big problem, big enough problem, but I'm afraid the news gets worse. My science officer tells me that Noi's ship is using spear builder tech. Looks like they're back and with a vengeance. We've got a lot of work to do, but let's take it one step at a time. Let's get you back to the 25th century once you're ready. Well, piss. Fucking time travel. Fun. Alright, let's speak to our contact.
Noi, a traitor? Unexpected to be sure. With Anarax to command, he poses a great threat to the galaxy. We've not seen the last of him. I admit concern over the actions of the Nakul as well. Another mystery to be solved among the stars. One thing is certain. The battlefield just got a lot bigger.
Indeed it did, Commander. Admiral, sir.
Congratulations, Admiral.
Right, and with that, as we get the USS Pastak, anyway you can get her. Anyway, with
the data
that,
from the future that you've provided has...
Thank you, all the interruptions. But that is the end of part 91. Thank you very much for watching. I'm the Big B82. Please subscribe, comments are welcome, and I appreciate any thumbs up as well. I did say please subscribe. Yeah, subscribe for more Star Trek that you can handle. Until then, and I'll see you in part 92 when we do the next mission, which I can't remember what it was. I flicked it off, but it's the Temporal Front. We'll do the mission Temporal Front. Until then, join on true. Ciao for now.